What's up, guys? Now, we surely live in a world where you can easily find a platform to say what's on your mind, but this also might be a double-edged sword. Something you say may seem wrong to someone else, and that is when the cancel culture begins. If you don't believe me, ask J.K. Rowling. She has been cancelled so many times, but still, she has not learned any lessons, so hit the bell and the subscription button to find out what she said this time that turned Twitter against her. Alright, let me cut right to the chase. The controversy began last weekend when the famous writer posted something about the controversial issue of gender identity. Rowling shared an article addressing period poverty amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Harry Potter author questioned the phrase, people who menstruate, saying, I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wumben, wimpund, womand. And of course, this is not the first time she has posted something so controversial. Like last year, Rowling was involved in a similar controversy. After the mentioned tweet, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation GLAAD responded by saying, J.K. Rowling continues to align herself with the ideology which willfully distorts facts about gender identity and people who are trans. In 2020, there is no excuse for targeting trans people. We stand with the trans youth, especially those Harry Potter fans hurt by her inaccurate and cruel tweets. But of course, things did not end there. To give you guys some more content, let me tell you exactly what was written in the article that she shared, which caused such huge backlash. The title reads, Creating a More Equal Post-COVID-19 World for People Who Menstruate, and the particular phrase that Rowling referred to emphasized the strain that lockdown has placed on already vulnerable girls, women, and gender non-binary persons who menstruate. The line that angered people was the suggestion that only women menstruate, and for this, they called her transphobic. But even after all the criticism she received, Rowling stood by the sentiment, and here's what she said. If sex isn't real, the livid reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. The idea that women like me, who've been empathetic to trans people for decades, feel kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women. For example, to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real and has lived the consequences is a nonsense. I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I don't believe it's hateful to say so. As we mentioned before, this is not the first time that Rowling has been involved in the controversy of such. In fact, her bad reputation in this regard has reached to the point of being accused of being transphobic. Also, it is quite common to read the acronym TERF, Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist, in many of her posts. The only difference this time is that fans and normal people were not the only ones who criticized her. This time, some celebrities were also involved, and one of them is the singer Mary Lambert, who once accused Rowling of taking advantage of her fame and influence to push what she called a trans-exclusionary agenda. The truth is that transgender people have been facing all kinds of discrimination. According to The Cut, days into Pride Month, weeks after Nina Pop, a trans woman in Missouri was fatally stabbed. Weeks after Tony McDade, a trans man who was shot and killed by Florida law enforcement, amid ongoing protests against police brutality of which trans people are all too frequent victims of. So considering all of this and the timing, I don't think that Rowling knew what she was tweeting. One of the celebrities who was taken back by Rowling's tweet was none other than Daniel Radcliffe himself. The actor made it clear that although his words do not mean any kind of enmity with the author, as a human being, he felt the need to express himself regarding this subject. His words were as follows. Transgender women are women. Any statement of the contrary erases the identity and dignity of transgender people and goes against all advice given by professional healthcare associations who have far more expertise on the subject matter than either Joe or I. It's clear that we need to do more to support transgender and non-binary people, not invalidate their identities and not cause further harm. I am deeply sorry for the pain these comments have caused. If these books taught you that love is the strongest force in the universe, capable of overcoming anything, if they taught you that strength is found in diversity, and that dogmatic ideas of pureness lead to the oppression of vulnerable groups, if you believe that a particular character is trans, non-binary, or gender fluid, or that they are gay or bisexual, if you found anything in these stories that resonated with you and helped you at any time in your life, then that is between you and the book that you read, and it is sacred, and in my opinion, nobody can touch that. You know, I didn't really like this J.K. Rowling from the beginning anyway, so what do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you agree with Radcliffe, or do you think that J.K. Rowling is actually right? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below, cause I'm very curious to know. And also remember to like, share, and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. And also, don't forget to check out our Instagram account. See you guys next time!